Hey all, welcome back to Amped 2. I'm Insetic. With me on this is Blank Tester,
Hey kids, how's it going?
Turo,
Hello.
and Zindictive.
Sup, lads?
And in this video, we're going to Event 4. That's right, the fourth event, which is actually pretty hard. And you do need to get first place on this. But what will probably happen if you get first place is that you'll do a three-way tie for first. So
Yes.
in this,
Nice.
I guess, first series of runs, I'm going to show you achieving that. Because then I'm going to go back and actually, get first uncontested. But, yeah, you'll see that this is actually pretty dang tough. And you gotta start out with some good tricking. I would say try to combo more than 100,000 there on that. And then hit this media guy here for really as much as you can in one trick. This is where you're trying to get your, best single trick. And then coming down near the end here, you've got another big jump where, actually
he's gonna do
later
the thing.
you'll see me comboing more off of that, but, that's another chance to get a lot of points, and then one more media guy. And again, yeah, you could try and get everything in one run. You do need to hit certain points thresholds, which I will show after, this initial set of 3 runs. Again, as Turo mentioned before, the points that everybody gets across all the categories is locked in, so I will go over that. But yeah, and there is a earlier media guy, but I've never really found any good opportunity to do there.
Get to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put him there. Insetic, don't answer. Pop quiz. Where is this mountain? Which mountain is this event located on?
Well, I'm not answering.
Well, does anyone else have an answer? Anyone
He's
else
told
wanna
us
get?
not
not
to
answering.
answer. He told us not to
Well,
answer.
he said Insetic don't answer. You guys
Yeah,
can...
well, now he's addressed. Well, he wrote sent a bunch of instructions originally for you, and then opened it up
Right.
to us. And part of those instructions was don't answer. So Zin
Okay,
and I
so-
are
What mountain do you
following
guys
those
think this is?
instructions. We're not answering. I don't even remember
Right.
the question.
Yeah.
Nobody's answering. We're protesting.
If you
Oh,
ask
we're
the question
protesting?
again,
Okay.
I'll probably
Protesting
hear white
against you
noise.
specifically.
It's Breckenridge. The earliest mountain in
Yeah.
the game that doesn't have a second map.
Um,
Is
the only mountain in the game that doesn't have a second map. What about like Mount Hood?
No, the earliest map in the game that doesn't have a
Oh,
second
the
map.
earliest. Okay.
It's the second map, and then
Yeah. This is actually off to the right of Breckenridge, and if you go down near the bottom of Breckenridge and kind of, you're over to the right of the lower part, you can turn around and look up and see kind of the bottom of this Super Park 7.
yeah, especially that big ass like quarter pipe right there that just came into view.
Nice.
Right. So if you're like rank number 2, and then Travis Parker comes in and does something and you hit overall rank number 1, that means that you get the 3-way tie. And so you see that the easiest way for me to get that, and what you'll probably do, is get third in everything except media. And we're again going to go over these ranks, which are, again, these are baked in. So Travis Parker will always get 247,000 or so, and you'll always want to beat 45,000 for media. You'll always want to beat 54,000 for best trick, and 82K for best combo. So again, yeah, getting that 3-way tie for first is probably what you're going to do, and hey, that's going to count. But now we're going to see a master at work, baby.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, this
you gonna
is
fuck
not
around
for the
and get
faint of
shot?
heart.
I'm gonna fuck around. I'm
Yeah,
not
he's-
gonna get shot.
No, you're gonna
I'm
get
be
shot.
Doing the
You're
shit.
gonna get shot by the media.
Exactly.
Shot by
Yeah.
cameras.
Damn.
Yeah, on this family-friendly show.
Bobby Meeks has the #1 best trick. Bobby Meeks is about to have the #1 fastest ended life.
Oh, because he's gonna
Yeah.
get shot.
Because
Yeah.
he's gonna get shot by the
gonna get
cameras
shot.
again.
Yeah.
In a safe way. His life
Right.
will be ended in a safe way.
He will be euthanized.
Yeah.
God
It'll
damn.
be it'll be
His
legal.
life will be ended in a
good,
safe way.
in a safe way, and it'll be nice.
I mean, it'll be safe for the rest of us.
You know what?
All right.
Originally, his family will be coming there and protesting, but by the time we're done, I think you're going to see the family's going to be like, wow, thank you. That was actually a lot more respectful than humane and much more respectful and well-earned. This is, I think, going to be the main verb. Deserved is going to be the main verb that they use. The family is using. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the same, except I took one more big trick opportunity at the very end. And yeah, everybody just piles up. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Once again, I did this same kind of combo. I did the same media guy, but at the end, I took, one last big combo, which got me like an extra 100,000 plus points. And again, I kind of looked at the end of that first run, like, did I hit those points thresholds? And really, all I did not hit was the best single trick. And that's why I actually put some points into Switch. Because here, where you do need to squeeze out really as many points as possible, and the game is kind of finicky with its style, you can style perfectly and maybe not get as many points on one jump as, like, if you felt like you styled perfectly before. Getting those extra points from doing something Switch is actually worth it, again, off of, like, that media guide jump or that final big jump.
Have we ever determined if in this game media guys give you a point boost?
They do not.
They do not.
They don't.
In Amped 1, a trick in a media guy gives you double points, but here it's not double points.
Okay.
Huh.
But
I guess
look at
they thought that would
64.9k off of one jump, so I really nailed it.
Yeah.
Damn, you
Well,
really
that's
nailed
still not
it.
the highest. 74. Oh, no, the highest was yours before?
No, that is someone else. It's just insanely high. It's
Oh.
very
Right,
hard
and
to
then
get.
and then I do everything perfect, and I
There
get
we go.
77k off of one.
Yeah.
Fucking damn.
That was literally the most perfect trick you'll ever see. I don't know how I got so many points.
Yeah.
This is why we're seeing a legend at play right now.
Yeah. Well, he's not a legend yet. He
Yeah,
hasn't
he
done
needs
the
to die
legend
first.
challenges.
Soon,
Yeah.
though. Soon.
Hopefully I die in a humane way, though.
Yeah. And your family will be so happy and thankful to me and everyone else involved. I assume I'm involved.
You will also, like, never hit best combo because somebody combos, like, their entire run down the mountain.
Oh.
But yeah, for winning that, you get 3 more board points, and we get rank 1. Legend challenges are now unlocked, and we've beaten the game. And I gotta give a credit here to another playthrough by Gadianton Gaming here, because this cutscene lags up my emulator.
Oh,
Mine
lovely.
too.
After like a minute, it becomes really stuttery and really frame droppy, and I couldn't salvage it. So, thank you for recording this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
it can't
It is-
handle FMV.
For winning, well, actually, it can handle like the other FMVs, but like these in particular, something happens with them. But yeah, we get the Bales montage.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh boy.
Well, he did.
And I mean, there's some pretty high-flying Bales here, but
Yeah.
I want to, we're not totally done with Amped 2, but I do want to ask some things, like, well, I guess, how'd you guys feel across the, first, how did you guys feel kind of across the playthrough, across the, repeated coming back, seeing everything much more HD and, hanging out again?
You know what? I think it's a very good video game.
Yeah,
That's my opinion. I think Amped 2
he's dead.
is a good video game. That man,
Yeah.
he's not dead. This guy,
That was a cliff drop. Oh, his shoes flew off, I think. Somehow
That may
his
have been
shoes
his
flew off,
goggles.
even though his board didn't. Well, then, okay, to be kind of serious, or maybe I should wait until the credits so we can just. I think I took out one of the
That's
posts.
crazy.
this is the guy who turns into Gary Busey.
Yep.
I think that is Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. was
Though I
like
will
cameo.
say, imagine if Gary Busey showed you a photograph of him when he was younger, and he said, "This is the man who turns into Gary Busey."
Whoa, the magic, the mystique.
How would you feel if somebody showed you an older picture of themselves like that? This
What
is
if
a
Gary
picture of the
Busey
man
was
who
made in the
would
factory?
become Me.
That's quite a way to put it, I think.
Yeah.
I think
Really,
scary.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
Oh, he
we can
going.
still save this. Okay, well, not if we fade away. No.
yeah.
Fading away means they definitely died.
Yeah, that's when we just, yeah.
Nah, he fine.
That guy
That's
has
his
white
ghost.
teeth. Remember that.
Yeah.
That guy had pretty good looking teeth. I'm mentioning that for no reason in particular.
Okay.
Well, it's a teeth check.
Oh!
Yeah, tooth check.
You know, maybe there's a reason snow skating didn't become a thing, because those seem to lead to the worst bails.
Yeah.
Well, except
oh
for this
my
guy.
god.
He flipping.
I think this guy got more points after crashing than he did before.
Sure, that was what, a corpse roll, corpse wheel?
Yeah, corpse wheel, I think.
Yeah.
And now he will fertilize the snow.
Fertilize?
Yep.
Yeah, with
fertilized.
his corpse.
This one is so funny.
Oh,
I remember that one.
Number one.
Number one. And then there's this one. Saved
Ooh.
it. You can
That
tell
was
he's
kinda
disappointed, but he saved it.
You punched the fucking tree. Don't
Nice
eat the
teeth.
camera, please.
Thank you. Thank you for showing
Yes.
us that.
That was the guy with the white teeth, right?
That wasn't
I
a
don't-
bail.
I do not think that was the guy with the white teeth.
Oh, I thought you were saying remember he has white teeth, because then that guy shows up with like kind of yellow teeth later.
Exactly, that was him. He had kind of yellow teeth.
what are you saying?
I
I
don't
don't,
know.
All right.
understand.
I don't
Well,
know either.
here's your
Carl
list
Schnurr?
of people. Yeah,
Oh,
people to
right.
look up or
Where
such.
they decide to get confused and show us a whole bunch of not snowboarding.
Plus, still Bale's Bronze Swallow. That's a pretty sick name.
That's rad.
Okay, I do want to ask an actual question, and that is, why do you think this game is so underrepresented, underplayed? Because, I mean, like, if you look at it on YouTube, you know, there's really barely any people who, like, played it. Hell, even, like, Johnny Mosley got a more active, you know, like, speedrunning community when, like, Sly Cooper reload coded and, you know, Sam on keyboard came in. And I think that is due to a few factors. Not only is it an Xbox original game, which lagged behind in getting good emulation for it, you know, and not only is it that, well, the game's pretty hard, but I think that, like, the skill ceiling, what you can do, is actually pretty close to the skill floor if you think about it. Like, there's not really an emergent mechanic or anything that you see in, like, the Tony Hawk games or the SSX games where, you know, you look up Thug Pro and people are doing million-point combos, you know, tricking off of everything and using glitches like, you know, butt slaps or whatever to get huge amounts of air and whatever, and that's
blew up my
dangerous.
fucking car?
And then on SSX, you know, you see, like, people frame canceling and doing stuff to get, like, multiple monster tricks into a jump and getting incredible scores or doing, like, race lines with that. With Amped 2, you really play it how the game intended you to play it, especially when you see some of the legend challenges and just how, like, over the top those are. It's sort of like, you know what I'm trying to say? That,
Yeah,
like,
I think because it seems like, I mean, Carl Schnurr, we talked about him earlier. He was the design manager for this game, and it seems like he and the rest of the team had a pretty specific vision for, like you said, how you wanted to play the game. Right? They have some set of game verbs that they're like, I want the player to do these things, and I want them to be rewarded for doing those things. And unfortunately, the things that happen to be the rewarded activities in this game don't lead to a bunch of interacting mechanics that can cause, like, you know, to save time by dropping frames
Chaos.
here and doing this. Like, it's a lot about, you know, it's I don't know. I think that's part of why this game doesn't have like a huge resurgent scene. I think part of it also is that the Xbox didn't win that generation console war. So the number of people who have nostalgia for this game versus the number of people who have nostalgia for another game that was on the PlayStation is going to be probably lower. And then also the fact that this game was the middle in a series. I think if people have nostalgia, they usually remember like the last one.
Yeah, I would say that this game did not have a great spot of being Xbox only for the most part, because when it came to Xbox games back in the day, like extreme sports games were exactly like the big thing of the Xbox back then. It was more so, Halos and such. So it would have been kind of dug down by that, like many other genres.
Sorry.
And another thing...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't finish. Another thing is, this didn't exactly have popularity to begin with for the most part. Like, the first game has a nostalgia factor and is fairly well known, but I wouldn't say it's, like, as big as, like, other series like SSX and such when they started. And then when the sequel came out, it kind of showed itself on just kind of being this niche sort of thing.
It feels like it plateaued.
I feel like they kind of realized that when they did Amp 3, because they decided to get more goofy rather than more serious.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing, I don't know how big of an aspect this is in terms of it being a speed game, is that it has no racing mechanic, which I mean, Tony Hawk doesn't. But SSX does, and that's a major aspect of that game and its speed game community.
Is there also like not a boost?
No boost. No. Other than holding up to crouch.
And I mean, like, Johnny Mosley, again, doesn't have a speed mechanic, but you can still, like, go down the track and it tells you how long you were in there, so...
I kind of feel like Johnny Mosley works as a speed game because it doesn't have a speed mechanic. It doesn't even have properly moving mechanics, right? So, like, just wrangling the fucking thing is the sport of it. So, like... in a way, it kind of works because of its failings. Where Amp is such a competent game that you just kind of, like you said, you play it the way they intended, and I mean, there's not really any optimization to do besides getting better at the way they wanted you to play.
Because it's not the most, like, tightly flawless game in the world. There's a lot of times where you run into something, you fall down, and then, like, you sort of like clip into the ground, and then there's some times where you do like clip in through the map.
There's some jank,
It's definitely not like a jank-free game, but those never really serve you in your goals or the goals the game wants you to attain. Like, you gain nothing from clipping through the ground because you don't go...
Maybe we're just waiting for somebody to find that shit, though, Maybe it's like, maybe somebody like Sly Cooper Reload Coded. Not trying to put pressure on a specific person, sorry.
I mean...
but like, maybe somebody needs to just get in there and really experience... Or maybe we need to educate ourselves. Maybe there is somebody out there who's already done it.
Yeah, well, we're not done yet, because again, beating rank 1, beating that event 4 opens up the legend challenges, the final ultimate thing in the game, and you saw me switch to a playthrough that had owned the mountain, up to that point and done everything, and only had the legend challenges left. So yeah, next video will be all 10 legend challenges in one big block, and we'll see you then.